All right, welcome back to another episode of Chatting Cinema. I'm Gianni.
I'm Flynn.
And my mic isn't plugged in. I'm Luke. You guys keep
Oh,
going.
Luke.
I'll be ready in a sec.
We'll wait on Luke. He'll get his mic plugged in. It'll be great. But
I,
today we are chatting about kind of the future of chatting cinema. We've got some things in the pipeline, some new avenues that we're exploring, and things that we're excited about for the podcast, for the channel, for the brand. No, um, so yeah, let's get into that. Do you guys want to start with maybe the blog?
Yeah, I'll jump in with the blog. So we've been running it a little while now, but I think we're gonna start focus on doing a little bit more over there. So the blog is chattingcinema.wordpress.com, and it's essentially just a place where we can have some more long form written content in a way that maybe we don't have time to record a podcast for, maybe we don't need a podcast for, maybe we have a kind of specific vision for. So a couple pieces I've written for the blog include a perhaps too long review of Zack Snyder's Justice League before we had recorded our podcast about it. Just kind of threw up my thoughts onto the blog page. And I did a piece about what I did not like about The Mandalorian season 2's finale. And I also did a piece on some of the more overt political themes of The Boys season 2, as far as the characters of Homelander and Stormfront were concerned. So if you like reading content, if you like reading articles about, kind of movie analysis, not dissimilar to what we do on the podcast, go check out our blog. It's chattingcinema.wordpress.com. Like I said, we should start having some more content on there. Luke put out a really good anime recommendation, which was really illuminating because I don't watch a lot of anime. So got to read that and kind of get interested in some series that I might watch because of Luke's recommendation there. So we're putting out a lot of different content there. So that is one thing that is part of the sort of phase 2, as we're calling it, of chatting cinema and expanding different forms of media and content there.
Yeah. Another thing that we're starting to delve into is something that I think we've all been inspired by over the years, and that is video essays. So we're starting to put those together, and I'm really proud of what we've accomplished so far because with between Flynn's writing talent and the talents of both myself and Luke when it comes to editing, I think that we have the ability and the potential here to create some really amazing content, on par with, again, the creators that have inspired us over the years. I think of people like Movies with Mikey, Mauricio from Brown Table, who has been on this podcast, uh, High Top Films, Houston Productions. All of them have inspired me, at least. And I've always wanted to get into making video essays. And I think it's just kind of amazing that we're pretty close to finish with our first one at the time of this recording. So, but we have those to look forward to also in the pipeline.
Yeah, and aside from just those two things, because those are both very exciting, we're kind of gonna experiment and we're gonna try being some influencers up in this channel. Like, I mean, we're not gonna run around doing crazy challenges, but there's plenty of fun ideas we've come up with that are kind of vlog style videos where once it's safe, once we're all vaccinated and clear and we can hang out again, because the three of us have not hung out in forever and it sucks.
Yep.
But once we're all good, we have some really fun ideas that involve like exploring where movies were filmed around us. And then eventually we'll expand to traveling to places like that. Or we have some games to play, like different trivia things. And also, above all else, we're going to be recording podcasts in person again soon, too.
Yeah.
So phase 2 is coming at you fast and it's going to be very exciting. So it's going to be like Marvel's phase 2, where all the stakes were just raised.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything's coming together. And we're really expanding the kind of things we look at as well. So this channel is called Chatting Cinema. It's always going to be a movies first based channel, but we have our plans put together that we've discussed. We have a lot of ideas for video essays, a lot of ideas for some live action stuff, some reactions, things like that. And we will not just be talking about movies.
Yeah, I think the best way to describe it is our name may be Chatting Cinema, but we love all media. and we're going to be diving into a bunch of different things, from comics to video games to TV shows to me indulging my anime love on here,
Yeah.
convincing you guys slowly to watch it. So we're going to be experimenting with what we cover, because yes, at the end of the day, we love movies, but also, I mean, you'll see on our letterboxes there's dry spells. That's because we're either binging TV shows, reading books, playing video games. Like, there's plenty of other ways to enjoy storytelling, and that's kind of what we love at the core of all of it, is storytelling.
Mhm.
So anytime there's some dope storytelling going on, we're going to be covering it. And I think that kind of segues us to our little preview of our first video essay. So Flynn,
Yeah.
you want to give them a little taste?
Oh man, so this is either going to be very exciting for you to hear, or you're going to despise this. But I am a super huge fan of both Last of Us games, and especially Last of Us Part 2. I had an experience with it where it impacted me in a way that no other piece of media ever has, in terms of the way I connected to the protagonists, plural. I'm gonna not have any spoilers for anything that happens in Last of Us when we're talking about this, but there will be spoilers in the video. And essentially, our first video essay is going to be about the visceral storytelling of The Last of Us Part 2. So I kind of dove in and talked about some specific moments in the game that I thought really illuminated the talents of everybody that worked on the game over at Naughty Dog, and some of the things I felt were an evolution in ways of storytelling and how impactful a story can be, when you're experiencing it almost firsthand. So that is going to be our first video essay. It's called The Last of Us Part 2, Visceral Storytelling. Should be coming quite soon, actually. And that's going to be kind of our lead into the world of video essays. And we're so excited about it. And we're really hoping you guys like it. Even if you didn't like the game, come over and listen to it and see if that might have an impact on your thinking, because for me, The Last of Us Part 2 is the best game I've ever played in my life. So I really wanted to talk about it. And as Luke was alluding to, in terms of like focusing on things that are storytelling based, we don't think that you have to be a movie to tell a story cinematically, right? Like, cinema is cinema, but different things can be cinematic. And I think that The Last of Us Part 2 certainly falls into that category. And there could be some different video game ideas in the future if you guys like that one. We all have a lot to say about a lot of stuff. So we're really hoping that you guys enjoy that and it does well. And that's going to be our first video essay.
Yeah. I think that is as good a place as any to wrap up this kind of short preliminary preview for what's coming next for Chatting Cinema. We're going to get back to work on that video
Yep.
essay.
Yes, we are.
So we will see you in the next one. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching.